family troubles. Videos on family troubles. First of all, we're going to explain what that family is, what a family is to an individual. What do they mean? What do they teach? Family is something you're born into. We all have different parents. We all have very different parents, which is very different parenting styles, which equates to very different children, very different people, very different adults in the future, because it all stems from our parents. But on top of that, we all have different experiences growing up, and this is where I never understood what childhood trauma meant until I realized how they were describing what trauma actually is. Trauma sounds like a negative. It comes off as a negative connotation, when really, when we're describing childhood trauma, we're just really describing childhood experiences. Now some people have had better or worse experience than others, but when we say childhood trauma, we're talking about childhood experiences. So now you can relate and say that everybody has childhood trauma, quote unquote, because everybody has childhood experiences. And these experiences subconsciously constructed how you behave today, how you move. They're in your mannerisms, they're in your speech, your thoughts, everything. It all stems from how you were brought up as a kid. So when we're talking about family, we're talking about a structure. Depending on, some people are orphans, some people leave early, but some people stay till they're 18, some people stay till they're 32. It depends. Like, we all have different families, different family structures, but in terms of family, in terms of what a family actually is, you have a mother or father, you might have a brother or sister, and you might have cousins as well, so aunties and uncles, but overall you have a mother and a father. A mother and a father they might do their best, and they might do their worst to try to keep you alive. They might do their best, do their worst to try to make sure that you live a life better than them. It depends. Some people, good moms or good dads, they do their best to make sure that the child lives a life better than them. They do their best to make sure that the child is brought up in an environment. But these people too are children themselves. Understand that mothers and fathers are nothing but grown babies, or nothing but grown kids having kids, literally. They're kids with their own childhood traumas / experiences that are now having kids. So now they make sure that these kids never experience what they experienced. But that kid who's experiencing experiences from a person who has experienced experiences from a person before him, that kid, that now kid, he's just getting a bunch of experiences. He's getting a bunch of lessons from different generations who were taught, different generations who all taught their children different things. So now that mother or father is instilling in that kid whatever they think is the best course of action. Which, no harm, no foul. But when we're talking about family, we're talking about that kid. That kid is limited. That kid is really just, what is a kid, bro? A kid is a blank canvas coming into the world, soaking up everything that it sees, hears, feels, touches, smells, all that. That's what a kid is a blank canvas coming into the world, just coming ready to learn. And so when we're talking about the family, the mother and the father, we're talking about teaching. We're talking about some of the most formative years, like from 1 to 4. You're forming everything. You're learning. You're learning how to speak. You're learning how to walk. You're learning how to talk. You're learning how to act in society. You're mimicking your parents almost to a T. So we're talking about the family. When we're talking about that, so we grow up with these people. First of all, these people who are really, like, what is a family? What is a baby to a mother and a father? What is a mother and a father? On the physical plane, on the 3D plane, we see this as a union between son or daughter and parents. There's a union there on the 3D plane, on the physical plane, on you know what I'm saying? And even on a spiritual plane, there's that love, there's love, there's all types of emotion that exists between these bonds of people, the children and the mother and the father. You know what I'm saying? They're invisible bonds that, seem unbreakable because it's a mother and a father relationship, or it's a child daughter-son relationship, you know what I'm saying? But what are these people beyond the 3D? What are these people beyond what we are here? Who are these people that we are born into? Who are these people that we are born to? Beyond what we can think, beyond what you can even fathom, beyond everything, beyond birth, beyond. Who are you beyond birth? Who are you before you were born? Because you were here, and your energy never dies. You are just a ball of energy, bro. You're born through your mother's portal, which is her, and that becomes you. So who are these people before you were born? Who are you before? You know what I'm saying? That's the question. So we're talking about families, and we're talking about attachments. We understand that families have sort of a strong attachment, if not sort of, have the strongest attachment to your life. Families have the strongest attachment to that child that was born. They have the strongest obligation to that child. They believe that that child is theirs, and that they are responsible for the destiny or whatever, what it may not be. So that child grows up, and then the family who is strongly attached to that child starts becoming, all of a sudden, not as beneficial to the child. What do you mean? Well, seeing as though the family is the closest thing to that child, that there are energies in this world. When we're talking about it, the world breaks down people's minds and makes you think that you're depressed, makes you think that you are just nothing, the world takes away your self-love. So remember how we said trauma and family situations, you can grow up in situations where they take away self-love as well. You know what I'm saying? For instance, you might be like, hey mom, hey dad, I want to go do this, I want to go walk outside, and they be like, no, you need to stay inside because you don't know, there might be predators out there. That's their form of casting. That's their form of foreshadowing, of casting. They're casting spells with the words. You gotta, like, whatever people think is, you know what I'm saying? So whatever you think is, whatever you believe in your whole heart of hearts is, you know what I'm saying? So if you think that your son or daughter will get kidnapped as they step foot out the house, and so be it. And that's just because of your thought process. That's because you don't understand that you do create your reality. So you don't understand that. A lot of people don't understand that. So these mothers and fathers, they have very limited beliefs coming into fatherhood, motherhood, and they project these onto their children, which in turn lead the children to resent the mother and father because they can't be as open-minded and as free-spirited as they want to be, because the mother and father has limited beliefs, and so are trying to limit the kids' beliefs of what they can accomplish, what they can attain, when there's no limit at all. The sky's not even a limit. There's no limit at all. There's nothing topping where you can go and what you can do besides that childhood quote-unquote trauma, that childhood quote-unquote situation, the childhood instance that you've been through. But yeah, that leads to resentment between the mother, the father, and the son and the daughter. That these differences in opinion, these differences in ideologies, simply because we all grew up listening to our parents. So the kids who are now grown and have their own kids are still going off of how their parents raised them, and they're trying to either tweak it a little bit or change it all together to raise their own kids. And then when them kids get bigger, them kids start having their own ideas that are different from the parents' ideology, that are way different from the grandparents' ideologies, and it becomes a big mumbo jumbo, which leads to quote-unquote childhood trauma. It leads to quote-unquote family issues, family troubles. That's exactly what it leads to, family troubles, because it's a bunch of differences in opinion and nobody can agree. Which, I mean, that comes down to the sense of entitlement over one's body and the sense of entitlement over one's soul. If the mom or dad thinks that they own that kid, that's false. If the mom or dad thinks that they own that kid, they own that kid's legacy. They own everything that he or she creates. That's false. That's a false, and that can lead to a breakup in the family. That can lead to, like I said, that can lead to a breakup in the family. That can lead to disagreement within the family, simply because the opposing ideologies don't mix. The opposing ideologies of the child and the mother and the father do not mix. So we're here now, talking about family problems. Understand that as that child, I'm speaking from that child, the child at the bottom of the toe, the child that was just born. I'm speaking from that perspective. As that child, understand it's not your duty to change your parents' ideologies. It's not your duty to bend to them. It's your duty to grow outside of them. It's your duty to venture on your own path. It's your duty to be original. It's your duty to be authentic. It's your duty to not allow your parents to sway you from your own ideologies. It's important for you not to allow your parents to sway you from even exploring other ideologies. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing, religion. Religion is passed down through generations. You know what I'm saying? So kids don't even get a chance to even explore religion. As a child, speak from that child perspective, I'm telling you guys, explore what you want to explore. I'm telling you guys, explore what you want to explore. Explore everything. Do not fold. Do not cave to your parents, to your grandparents' ideologies, because especially if you don't know it. If you don't know anything about it, bro, do your own research, bro. You are your own individual. Just because you were brought into the world and were raised up by these parents, cool. You know what I'm saying? But they do not run you though. They don't run your life. They don't get to tell you what you can and can't do. I'm trying to help you guys. They don't get to tell you what you can and can't do. So when it comes to things like religion and money and jobs and service, bro, self-enlighten, self-teach, bro. Self-teach, because you're only going to learn so much from the household, just like you're only going to learn so much from school, and you're only going to learn so much from real life. It all mixes together to create you, which are just an ever-changing energy. You're never the same. Day by day, you're never changing energy. So use this, know this, and you know what I'm saying. When it comes to family problems, bro, understand that you can be there, you can love them, but sometimes you gotta separate. You gotta separate, because being in an environment with people who have, especially people like your parents, who have strong connections to you. They have strong sway when it comes to telling you what you want. When it comes to influencing what you want to do and what you don't want to do, and they have a strong sway like that, you might need to isolate. When it comes to family problems like that, you know what I'm saying? Because especially as black kids, bro, we have a lot of family troubles, bro. A lot of family. It's just the way it is, bro. That's just how our family. You know what I'm saying? We love our mom and our dad, though. We love them wholeheartedly, for sure. But it's a lot of behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? So when talking about these behind the scenes, just understand that you have the option to isolate yourself. And if you're living with them still, you can't isolate with them, then you need to have a conversation. You need to have a conversation, and you need to tell them that you are looking for a period of isolation, that you want to set boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Because they need to look at you as the individual that you are, the energy that you are. You are not connected to them. You know what I'm saying? Maybe by blood, but if you're on this video, bro, you probably don't connect with your parents at all. So you really need to just isolate, bro. You really need to just be in your own energy. You can't have somebody constantly nagging you, telling you what you can and can't do, telling you what you can and can't study, what you can and can't read. You know, there's a bunch of different families out there. There's a bunch of different moms. There's a bunch of different dads. I don't know your exact situation, but I do know that, you know, I do understand that these things occur just because we need to build up our character. We need to build up our strength, build up our emotions. We need to build up that's why we have so much family drama. That's why we have so much family issues, so many issues in the family. That's why, because it builds up our mental, it builds up our mental strength to be able to handle anything that comes our way. So moral of the story is, like I said, isolation. You know what I'm saying? Allow yourself to heal, allow yourself to grow outside of the situation, outside of the environment of where the family is, because I do understand that family problems are a thing. They are a thing. They are very real. But understand that the only thing that's really real is what you allow yourself to surround yourself with. So, for instance, if I were to watch the news every day, then whatever's on the news would be real to me. It would exist in my reality. It would exist with me. But since I don't watch the news at all, not a lick, I don't have any say. I don't have any inclination to what's on the news. None of that stuff is existing to me. None of that stuff even pictures even comes to me at all. It's the same way. Isolate yourself, guys. You can't be around these people, these energies, because I'm telling you, it's the tool of the Matrix, bro, to build you, to build your mind. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, bro, these family members do represent, bro. They represent your worst fears. They represent, you know what I'm saying? They know how to get on your nerves so good, bro. They know how to get every button. They know you. They've been around you so long. This is why they can anger you so bad. This is why they can get on your nerves this bad, because they've been around you all your life, bro. They know all of your buttons. They can push every button. This is why isolation is needed. This is why I say isolation, bro. sis. This is why I say isolate yourself. You know what I'm saying? Really get from around these energies, because without not being around them, they still have access to you. You have to cut off the access. You have to sever the access. You know what I'm saying? And you have to allow yourself to heal, and then you can come back. Maybe you can come back when you're ready to But overall, man, everybody got the same problems. We just don't talk about them. But yeah, when it comes to family troubles and stuff, bro, still love them. You know what I'm saying? You still have love for them for sure, cause like they your family, cause they gonna be here till you not. Like they your family, but don't allow that title of a mom, of a dad, of a family member, of a sister, of a brother to allow them to get under your skin as much as they do, because they can. They can. That's what families are for. Families are to build you, to allow you to grow, but also to test you, to put you through so many tests, trials, and tribulations, to strengthen your mind, strengthen your body, strengthen your spirit, to strengthen all that. You know what I'm saying? So this is why you go through so many things with your family. But I appreciate you guys for watching. If you want any more information from me, I do sell ebooks, link in the description, or you can go to booksbybob.net and go shop there. Anything else? Nah, nothing else. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.